Hi everyone, this is Nuala
And this is Matt.
and we're from Evolve Health Store in Enniscorthy, and we're talking about men's health, and we're going to start off with talking about Source of Life Gold, a multi-nutrient. Why, Matt?
Well, why indeed, Nuala? I think it's all about energy, that if we're looking for a foundation for men's health, we should be making sure that we have the general energy that we need to go about our daily tasks, to cope with a bit of stress, to maybe take a bit of exercise. If we're not feeling charged up with energy and we're a bit flat in ourselves, I think that undermines the whole show. So let's make sure that the energy is there, and nothing like Source of Life Gold.
And we've discussed before on previous videos that, vitamins and minerals that are deficient from our bodies, like zinc, for instance, in the case of men.
Yeah.
Like we would find that a lot of males and females are
That little bit
deficient
low
in zinc.
Absolutely.
But especially men when it
Yeah.
comes to prostate care.
Yeah, because it's a vital nutrient for the health of the prostate. So, equally important that men should be making sure that their intake is up to the mark. The modern diet might not be wonderful in that regard. Number one, our vegetables and nutrients from the diet are not rich, and certainly in this country, we don't have soils that are rich in zinc. Therefore, the veg that we're eating are often a little bit on the low side, so it can be an obvious deficiency that happens.
And if you're very deficient in zinc, you can have hair loss, you can have white spots on your nails, you can have mouth ulcers, and as I said,
Lack of taste and smell.
Lack of taste and smell is a huge one for zinc. So, there are things just to kind of check in with yourself and make sure. Now, you still could be a bit low in zinc and not have any of those symptoms.
Yeah.
But we suggest every man take it. And now we'll move on to the prostate, Matt. And a lovely little remedy
we'd say, yes,
that you have for prostate is
saw palmetto. Yeah, it's the top herb, I suppose, that's associated with prostate health. Helps the processes in the prostate to deal with the conversion of testosterone into the healthier components that break down from there. So making sure that if there's a little bit of prostate bother starting to show at all, then obviously check with your doctor, make sure that it's checked through medically. But if that's not a major issue, then by all means you can choose a prostate supplement like saw palmetto.
And does that help the bladder as well, Matt?
Well, I think actually there is an antiseptic component, now that you mentioned it, Nuala, to that herb, yeah.
And if you were having bladder problems, male bladder problems, would you take something like Uva Ursi or something, or
of course,
you could take,
that would make sense.
To take something for bladder,
and making sure, of course, that water intake is good, and that we're not.
A lot of people are a bit dehydrated. And think that they have a problem when actually they're just not drinking enough good water.
Real water, absolutely.
And then the last thing that we have is omega-3s, and we normally associate this with cardiovascular health.
And I think you're right, that is the real emphasis. Men do appear to suffer from cardiovascular issues more than women, so it's one that men should be particularly looking out for. And omega-3s have very good research showing a reduction in cardiovascular risk. So I'd be saying apart altogether from the other benefits that we're getting, including better brain function and memory, concentration, all
and
those
concentration,
areas.
And we often talked about in our videos before that you can go on about age, but usually it's a lot of deficiencies, and simple things that you think you're told as age, but it's not. It's just deficiencies.
Yeah.
So that's about it on the men's health today. And by all means, call in to us in Evolve for any other specific advice. And thanks for listening.
Thank you.